Hi guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to talk to men only on this one. It's more specific to men. Also it can be related to women, but as I said, more specific to men. So it's about testosterone and like your testosterone levels. So a lot of people don't really consider, like men consider what kind of testosterone levels they have or how to improve their testosterone levels naturally. And that's something that I wanted to touch on. A few things that you can help just testosterone would be things like sleep, would be a massive one. Your stress levels would be another one. Weight training is a good one, and also eating. It seems your nutrition would be kind of four things that I would say would be helpful for you to increase your testosterone levels. So firstly, like having more sleep. There's a lot of studies actually show that obviously testosterone levels and sleep are very, very correlated, because with higher sleep, you'll be able to rest your body and your testosterone levels will rise. There was a study with a guy and it was about 10 years difference in age with testosterone levels. So for example, someone who was only sleeping 5 hours a day, a guy who was sleeping 5 hours a day, had this equivalent levels of testosterone to a man who was 40, so 10 years older, which gives you an understanding of the importance of sleep. So that's one factor that you need to make sure that you're getting at least a minimum of say 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep at night. And with that sleep is also a quality of sleep, and the quality of sleep is a massive indicator of things like if you go to bed say anxious, or you are restless, like you're not hydrated enough and things like that, and you're a bit up and down with your sleep throughout the night, then what you'll find is you don't get enough REM sleep, which is a deeper sleep than which is needed to actually make sure your muscles and your whole body recovers, and which will again raise your testosterone levels. So that's one factor that I would definitely recommend for men to really focus on, is your sleep. Secondly, I think I touched on stress levels. I think it's like shooting your cortisol levels up is really not good for your testosterone. It's just one of those things where it can be. A lot of people use alcohol to then suppress that. As a kind of direct example, is a lot of people get stressed and then they'll drink, and that's just it's just like a double whammy of negativity in terms of the body, because you're finding yourself stressed, cortisol levels are high, which is like a stress hormone, and then what's happening is you're getting a situation where you are drinking then to relax your mind, and then again you're using alcohol, which is a massive, takes a big blow to testosterone levels with alcohol. So that's something again that you need to really focus on, and kind of to combat that. If you are stressed, then find other natural ways of de-stressing. It could be yoga, it could be breathing, it could be sitting in silence or listening to music. Find something for you that would help you there, and that will really help you as well. So, and then again, I think I touched on was weight training. Doing just strength training and weights like hypertrophy training has been known to increase your testosterone levels as well, which is a super important factor. Again, I wouldn't say just go into the gym and do compounds all the time just to really increase your testosterone levels. There is a balance there, but and also a balance of recovery. But I would definitely recommend, if you are someone who is feeling that you want to increase your testosterone, then having some weights training, even 3 times a week with the relevant kind of good recovery, would be the best way of doing it. Then fourth would be your nutrition, so making sure having more natural products and things with less chemicals, numbers, these things is a good start, and then making sure your testosterone levels are not kind of pushed down, because with chemicals and things like that throughout the body, it's been known to reduce those levels because of like chemicals and things throughout food, preservatives, things like that sprayed on the food, which most people know already, but then also don't try and actively change that. So that's something again for people who want to increase it, and you might not realize your testosterone levels are low. As men get older, their testosterone levels do drop, and that's something that a lot of people don't realise, a significant difference in like your mood. So men have more mood swings, or more of a depressant in mood, because your testosterone levels lower. Things like libido, things like your skin, like little factors like that. Also the actual putting on muscle. I think you'll find it harder if your testosterone levels are lower. So those are four things that I would focus on, and that's probably the main ones that I would say that would help you with testosterone. And then also read about the effects of testosterone and having low testosterone or having high testosterone. Those are obviously benefits to actually know why it's important, and then you can see if you've got any kind of symptoms of having low testosterone and things, then you can then actually take an active kind of be active in terms of making sure you actually get better and increase those. And if you want to go see a doctor, you can get those tested as well. I know someone, even today, my client went and got tested, like a full body test, and he's going to get results as well. So that's again, that's more in a way that you don't have to go and get them tested, but you can then check at least to see if you've got any sort of like factors such as maybe you're tired quite a lot, or these things. There is symptoms there that you can then say, oh, I think maybe my testosterone levels are low. Do the things that I've said and see how you feel after a few weeks or even a month or two, and then see the effects of it and see how much difference it actually makes to your overall well-being. Also the look of your body, how you feel every day is the most important as well, because people try and combat those feelings with other things that don't always, will definitely make you feel worse, as I said, like alcohol, or just like give up on stuff like the gym and stuff because they're not feeling like motivated to do it consistently. Whereas it could be something just as simple as making 4 small changes to your lifestyle, and you can shoot your testosterone levels much higher than they are. So that's super helpful for people there. So yeah, if you get any questions, then please let me know. I hope that's super helpful. So thank you. Cheers.